and welcome back to Giggles and Gays, the podcast where we talk about whatever you tell us to. I'm Alan.
I'm Larry.
And I'm Jeff.
And we're gay.
Look at us, we did it. No delay that time.
I'm so proud of us. I'm so
Great
proud.
this time. So, I was thinking the other day, you know what I'm craving?
What?
We're craving... Oh, that was really
What
good.
if we
It's like
didn't?
you
What if we didn't
planned it.
respond?
Wow.
I just
sitting there like,
register
I
at
don't
first
know.
that you asked a question, and I automatically said what. So
I mean, so the other day I was like, oh, you know what I'm craving? I'm craving something from the food court.
like
Like,
at a
you know,
mall?
like in a mall. Like,
Okay.
like not like the newfangled ones, but like all the old food at the mall when we were growing up. Like, it was just so crappy, yet you still wanted to eat it.
Because it was addicting.
I mean, there was probably something in it.
Well, yeah, that's how they got you back.
I mean, like there was times where the restaurants that were in the mall were also outside in like the real world, but you would never eat them outside in the real world. You would have to go into the mall to get like the pimply faced teenagers to give you the food.
So I don't know if this is a thing in other places, but at the mall where we grew up going to, it was a mini donut place. It was called Orbits. And they literally just fried up little tiny donuts. And you could get them in like 6-packs, 12-packs, and they were just the best. And then they closed, and that was the saddest day.
It's probably the only one
ever.
that existed in the world.
Probably.
I've never heard of
I've
it.
never heard of it.
It was so good. It was like the donuts you get at Typhoon Lagoon and stuff, only it was at a mall.
Oh, but those Typhoon Lagoon donuts are so good with either the chocolate dipping
they're so
sauce
good. And the raspberry.
or the raspberry dipping sauce.
I can't decide. Both sauces are great.
Food courts, boys.
Food.
Fair.
Technically, I guess it would be at a food
You know
court.
what?
At the
It
theme
ain't
park,
even technically
but it's not a mall.
Chinese food at the food court was
Damn,
always
that's mine.
great.
Chinese food at the
Chinese
food- yeah.
food.
Like, you could get Chinese food anywhere, but if you went to the food court for some strange reason, and they always gave you, like, the oversized portions of the Chinese ones at the food court. I don't know about your guys, but mine, they would always give me the oversized
Oh,
portions.
absolutely.
Like, I would literally, like, go to the mall just to go to the Chinese restaurant there.
Bourbon chicken.
My parents, whenever they would have to like go grocery shopping or go off and do something, or if like dad was coming home from work early or something, he would make a stop at the mall to get Chinese food like lo mein and stuff to bring home. And that was like top tier right there because like we've been to so many Chinese food places and like all of them are really good, but this one place had the best lo mein. It was just so good.
It was like on every school trip. Like because I was in marching band in high school. If you were going at least 45 minutes away from this school, it was always, okay, so we're going to stop at a mall and we're going to let you run around by yourself
Sounds safe.
for an hour. And we'd go to the food court, we'd get the food. And like, I know I always went to either the Chinese place, one of the 3 Chinese places, because
there's
there's
always
like
multiple.
tons of them.
Well, because they had the Chinese or the Japanese.
Yes, and they put them right next to each other and they sold the same thing. Mm-hmm. Or, what was it, the Sbarro
Yep.
pizza?
Yeah, that's at every.
You either get the Sbarro
It's not a mall if it
pizza,
doesn't have a Sbarro.
and like, and
Or
then
an
you
airport.
would go find a seat or something, and then they were always all sticky and gross, but you loved it because your parents weren't there to tell you, oh, you shouldn't get that. I know, at least for me, my parents always like, use your money wisely. You know where you're from. And I was like, I'm going to get some Chinese food that you're not going to get me anywhere else. But that was just my mall. And I know my mall was at least 30 to 45 minutes away.
Same.
Yeah, there was no close malls or anything like that.
We had a close mall. There was 2 malls. We lived in the middle of Colorado, so the one closest to us was the Greeley Mall, which used to be really good. And then there was the Fort Collins Mall, which was fantastic. And then they both downgraded.
Yikes.
And it's so sad.
Yikes.
They all downgraded and they decided to open real shops.
I had like 4
Places.
different malls that were all like 20 minutes away, but it was one in each direction.
Because you're from Jersey, right?
Yeah. So I just had to pick a direction, and I ended up at the mall. And they all had real good Chinese food at the malls.
It was like that, or you would get like the fruit smoothies or the Orange Julius.
Oh my gosh, Orange Julius! I haven't had one of those in forever.
Oh, I haven't had Orange Julius. Are they still around? If you're still around
even know
Orange
what that
Julius,
is.
we could always use a
another
sponsorship.
We could use a
from
sponsor.
Orange Julius.
You could
It
be our
is-
first.
It is literally an orange juice place that sold either juice or frozen juice.
And sometimes with ice cream.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Really good.
But they weren't anywhere else except in the mall or in like a random like Dairy Queen / Orange Julius or Arby's / this. All of those are great sponsorships. Just so anyone knows. Especially Arby's with the curly fries.
We're now a
Oh,
fast food podcast.
We're just gonna get sponsored by all of the fast food places. We're just, you know what? I wouldn't be mad. I would not be mad.
But it's like in all of the food courts, there was always like they would always hire the like unattractive people to work those places. If you worked in one of those places in the mall, I'm sorry that I called you unattractive, but it was always like the pimply teenagers that worked in the food court. You didn't care because you wanted the food court food. I mean, at least I did. I mean, I didn't care then either. I was just fat and wanted some food. Honestly, that was just me. But speaking of, we're going to go ahead and transfer over to a transfer. What kind of word is transfer?
I'm gonna go ahead and transfer your call.
We're going to go ahead and transfer your call over to a segment that we're going to be calling Man Crush Monday because, of course, we're going to be coming out on Mondays. Am I correct? We're going to be coming out on Mondays?
Well, I mean, we're already out, but
Unless-
we'll be
unless
releasing
for
more
some reason-
episodes on
Unless for
Mondays.
some reason it doesn't make the cut. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's hope it makes the cut. So, as a podcast, we have decided that our man crush for this Monday is going to be the men on the Hollister bags. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, and it's funny because like they've changed so much over the years, but then they're still the same. Like there was a time where it was like it would show them like surfing and doing stuff, and then it was just like a headless torso.
So it was like Grindr.
A lot of people go buy. Apparently, Larry buys a lot of Hollister bags.
I used to.
So his favorite underwear and his favorite cologne are both Hollister.
yeah,
I
it was
learned that
the,
very quickly in our relationship.
Huntington Beach.
Huntington
cologne.
Beach, which is not the same anymore.
No, they
It
changed
does not smell the same.
Or
Hollister,
if
you
they
should
didn't, my
change it
nose
back.
changed. Gosh. Which actually, I was just thinking about clothing. I've actually brought a few good topics, I think, about clothing and things at the mall. Like, my favorite outfit to wear, I have a few, but if I were to throw together something that was just enjoyable to wear, I like wearing the shorts we got online from
Target.
Target. the
Target, you can be a
Goodfellow
sponsor
shorts.
if you'd like to.
Those and either a Hawaiian shirt, which I do have some collectible Hawaiian shirts.
Really? We talked about that last time.
Yeah, I know, right? Or my Spirit jerseys that I've been getting.
You
'Cause those
have
are a lot of
recently
fun,
decided
yeah.
that you like Spirit jerseys from Disney. That is true.
They are very nice. I mean, obviously shorts and a tank top are great, but this is Florida. Of course they are.
Yeah, shorts and a Spirit jersey are now.
But Jeff, what if you had a favorite outfit? And not like just like if you were to like pick something that just made you feel great, what would you wear?
Well, Larry's seen my fashion choices.
That would be a shirt, a t-shirt, and cargo shorts.
Well, right now, but usually jeans.
yes, usually jeans
Usually jeans. And my sneakers, my running shoes.
that you don't run in.
I do run in them. Thank you very
Sometimes.
much. My go. Well, I
No,
guess
your favorite.
my favorite.
Like if you were going to either going out on a date
I don't dress up.
or if you were asked to go to a movie premiere, what would you wear?
A movie premiere.
A movie premiere.
Now you're making me dress up. And
I am. That was the
Jeff
question.
does not dress
He'd
up.
wear a tuxedo,
I would
but
wear.
his pants would have cargo.
I would wear
pockets
very
on them.
nice
Cargo
cargo
tuxedo.
I very nice cargo shorts that I just ironed.
Where the pockets don't poof out, they stick
I mean, when
in.
I dress up very well.
Yeah, I have seen Jeff dress up. He does dress up nice.
Yeah, because I wore the khakis in the
to work, yeah.
yeah. So I dress up nice if I have to. Like if I'm gonna dress up, I'll wear like a button-up shirt and like khakis, unless I'm required to wear a tuxedo or a suit. Like I have a suit. I have everything I need. I just my go-to fashion would be a t-shirt and shorts, or up in New Jersey it would be a t-shirt, jeans, and a sweatshirt.
Fair, because
That's-
you get temperatures up there.
Yeah, like those would be like what I casually would wear. I mean, like I'm an Old Navy kid, so I just wear Old Navy clothes. I think I bought maybe one thing from Hollister in my life. Sorry.
I used to buy all the time. Now I'm too big for
Oh,
Hollister.
I never go into those stores. I just never. It was never my taste of clothes because I never really cared. Because I wear t-shirts. I usually just wear a t-shirt, and I don't need a $500 t-shirt when I can get a bunch of red, white, and blue, and black, and orange ones.
Your
from-
basic colors.
Yeah, from Old Navy. It's all
I
like
never
that.
understood that though. It was like people would come to school, kids would come to school or whatever, and their jeans cost more than probably like my whole outfit.
It was a status thing.
yeah. You wore the name.
I don't understand people who buy the jeans that have holes in them already.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You
Make
buy
the holes
like,
yourself.
buy
I'm
the
sorry if you guys
name.
ever wore those or anybody listening does, but buy a pair that doesn't have a hole in them, please.
And then make a hole in them.
Yeah, make your own hole. It's probably cheaper.
Make holes and memories.
or wear them until there's holes in them.
But what about the jeans that were fine? They were fine jeans, but then because I remember in high school it was more of like a surfer style. You would wear the jeans, and then at the bottom of the jeans, because you wore flip flops so much, it would get all like stringy and ratty and everything. But they started making them where jeans were like that already. And I was just like, how much did you pay for those jeans? And they would be, of course, say some crazy amount. And I'm just like, I wasn't allowed to go to the mall to buy clothes. Like, mine was like Walmart.
Whenever I told my mom, like, hey, Mom, I need new clothes, it was a big deal. Because I did not ever go... I hated going shopping for clothes. I just didn't want to do it. Like, I just don't do it.
I used to tell myself that. Like, and this isn't like, oh, Jeff, you'll change.
I
But
won't.
as a kid, I was like, man, fashion, what is that? I don't care. And now as an adult, I'm like, but do these colors match? Do they match
My fashion
shoes?
is buying the funny T-shirts that have the funny things on them. That's
So that
my
way
fashion.
people read like "sexy bald man."
Yeah, sure. But that's my sense of fashion. I will never ever care about dressing up nicely, ever. I despise every time I have to go to something fancy. I despise it. I get so annoyed that I have to. Ties choke me. I don't care what anybody says. They are choking utensils. They will choke you to death. I just don't do it. I don't dress up.
So, Alan, what is your favorite outfit? If we were going out on date night, what would you want to wear?
What would I want to wear?
Nothing.
That's after date night.
Wear
I
it
don't
out.
know. We don't.
You could be a nudist. Maybe he's secretly a nudist and you never knew about it yet.
Well,
You just
see,
put it-
he works.
Are you?
He works currently. I am not working because of the lovely pandemic.
Oh God.
So 9 times out of 10, no, I still wear clothes because I have dogs. I don't want the dogs to see me naked.
That would be so
I still
embarrassing
even
for
wear
you.
a towel. We still shut the door of our room if we shebang bang,
Hope so.
and so the dogs don't see.
Well, yeah,
Well,
that'd
it
be
is
weird.
awkward.
That's weird. That's
But
awkward.
I
That's
don't. I also
awkward.
don't like
That's-
walking around the house naked, so that way the dogs can see me walking around the house naked. I always have a towel on.
It's because they are children and they cannot.
It's true. Currently, they are. But okay, so
Favorite outfit?
if I was to do a favorite outfit for a date night, like we don't do like uber super fancy date nights. When you took me out for my birthday, I wore jeans.
They were nice jeans.
They were nice jeans. I felt nice in them.
It was cute.
But oh, thank you. You're being so sweet. If I could have any outfit, it would be shorts, either Toms, which would be a great sponsor because I love my Tom shoes. Toms or Converse.
I own a pair of Toms.
Huh?
I have one pair.
One pair? Oh, we
I own
have
3 pairs of shoes.
we have 6 pairs of Toms between
real
the
bad.
2 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Maybe double the amount of shoes I own.
Oh, we have to
Somehow
show
I
you our
talked about
closet
that.
then. Our entire top shelf of our closet is our shoes. And then we have some on the bottom of the closet.
I didn't think
also.
I had a lot of shoes until we put all of our shoes in the same place, and I was like, "Oh,
It's
I've
'cause I
got 3
bought
pairs
you
of
shoes.
running
You've seen my shoes, Alan. I wear them down until there's holes in the top.
I know, that's true. I have, but see, I did buy you your shoes.
You bought me.
I was like, you
bought
need
me a
more
lot of them,
shoes.
yeah.
Also, Grammy likes to buy us nice shoes, which is always appreciated.
Yes.
Okay, so my favorite outfit honestly would be shorts, a shirt, like any type of shirt, like
Like
whatever.
a V-neck.
Or V-neck, graphic tee, a Halloween Horror Nights shirts. We wear those all the time. And just simple shoes. I'm not crazy. I still like to look nice, but I'm not like super duper. But when I was growing up, because I know I mentioned a little bit earlier, I did not shop at the mall. If I shopped at the mall, that meant my mom got to pick out my clothes. Yeah, no, it's true. My mom got to pick out my clothes, and she would always make me pick out polos, and I would have to button the polo all the way up to the neck.
So choke yourself.
Yeah, so basically
Like
choke myself.
ties, but in
It was
form.
terrible. I hated it. So I was like, I never want to buy anything at the mall.
Except for Chinese food.
Except for Chinese food or the
Orange
the
Julius.
pizza,
The
orange Julius,
orange
things
juice.
like
Or
that.
the donuts. And... So, speaking of that, actually, my last little talking bit, least favorite, when it comes to clothes and buying clothes. Like we talked about how like pre-ripped jeans are just god awful and terrible. Does anyone have any least favorites? Jeff, I know clothes are your least favorite.
Well, dressing up is my least favorite.
Silk is mine.
I look good when I dress up. I just don't like doing it.
Is it because it's an extra process, or is
No.
there something deeper than that?
I don't like ties. Like, I specifically never wore a tie when you saw me dress up ever. I don't think you've ever
That's
seen
true.
me in a tie. 'Cause
No.
I could have worn a tie.
I look really nice in a tie, but I also don't have a
like
neck, so it
I
doesn't
look
really
good in a
matter.
suit and tuxedos and stuff like that. I just don't like doing it. And there's nothing that leads, like, there's no like underlying like I had a traumatic event.
No, but I mean, like some people are like, oh, I don't like dressing up because people should know me for who I am and things
No,
like that.
I
didn't
just
know.
don't like it.
Okay.
I really just don't like dressing up. I like just putting on a t-shirt and stuff.
Honestly, tuxedos. I actually don't like tuxedos. Like they're sharp, but they're boring. Like when you see all those award shows and stuff, and it's like, oh, look what she wore. It's this flowing dress, and birds fly out of the breasts, and he's wearing black and white, and she's wearing this thing that has drops of the sun just pouring off of her, and he's wearing black and white. Like tuxedos are boring.
In my defense, my tuxedo is dark blue.
Oh, that's nice. Or a dark red would be nice.
Well, for sure, but it's still the same penguin cut.
It's
Like,
true. We did not get
there
married
are-
in tuxedos.
Now I'm gonna
Suits
sound,
are beautiful,
I'm gonna sound
but-
so contradictive of what I've been saying. There are different cuts of tuxedos, and they do look differently. I did find this out a couple of years ago when I had to buy a tuxedo. So there are different cuts that do look different on you, so they're not all the same. But I agree with you. Dressing up is the worst. It turns out I'm actually like a dressing up like connoisseur. Like I could just tell you
And
everything.
then you're
to
just
wear.
like, okay, I hate clothes, but if I had to wear them, I would wear this style from this designer.
this cut.
I know the price range, not that I've looked it up.
But tuxedos are obnoxious too because you got to have like the cuffs and stuff and like.
I like cuffs. I think they're snazzy.
Well, they are, but I mean, what I mean is like you have to get the cuffs too, like and yeah, everything has to match, and it's just the worst.
you
It
just
was like,
look like a
prom.
penguin.
Like, remember going to the mall to dress up or
my
to
gosh.
do your tuxedo fitting for the prom?
They did it at our school. We had a company, and you just went to the gym, and they like fitted you and everything.
Oh no, I remember I did it for 2 years. After hours was what it was. We went to the mall to do it. My dad always paid for mine, but that meant my dad got a little bit of say. And my dad was a honky. Like, he was southern as can be, so he didn't pick anything super duper fun. But such is life.
So,
You
Needle
didn't tell us
pulling
what,
thread.
tuxedos. What's your least favorite?
yeah, what is your
Silk.
least favorite?
Oh, you did say silk, but
Yeah.
then we completely went bowled over it with
Yeah,
we're just
thank-
like, no.
Thanks for listening. No, when I was young, I had this. My mom took me into a store because she needed something. Because she's allowed to buy at the mall without any input because she had money.
Also, your mom.
Yeah, that's true. I was walking in the store.
She's not gonna. Son, what do you think about this dress?
Well,
My mom asked me.
you know, when she had a little
Yeah,
bit of
but
inkling that I was
still.
gay, she did ask me a couple of times what I thought of that. Or when I mean, I guess she knew when I dyed her hair.
I'm good at finding
the
things at the
house.
mall and like picking out cute things. I just
Yeah,
don't
for other
wanna do it.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so what I was saying was I went into the store there and I was walking around and I saw this really cool, it was it was a tan shirt and it had music notes and stuff all over it. At the time, I thought it was a like a young man's shirt, like button-up shirt, and it was, but young men should not have been wearing this. I wore it to school one day. and I was like Robin Williams on his Broadway video that was taped with HBO. Like, I was sweating profusely. Like, it was just the worst thing in the world. People laughed at me. I begged to go home. I called my mom and said I was sick. She said no. It was literally the worst thing. Oh, I had to go every single day of school. Like, regardless. Like, I had to make sure I got perfect attendance. I was never sick. But yeah, no, it was the worst piece of clothing that my mother has ever let me buy in my entire life.
I will say that since my sense of fashion is so not gay, when I was in college,
No, you're a gamer.
I'm a gamer, not a gamer.
Gaymer.
Nope,
Yes,
I refuse.
yes. Doesn't matter. That's what you are.
refuse.
Continue.
Anyway,
Hashtag.
I had a lot of
Jeff's a gamer.
theater friends. And
What?
Yeah. Oh, what a surprise. And one of them was over my not gay sense of fashion and took me to the mall.
They tried to make you over?
Yes.
Oh,
And
Popular.
and that was when I was like a lot skinnier and in shape still from track and all that stuff. So I could wear the skinny jeans no problem and all that stuff. So she made me buy a pair of skinny jeans, and like it's the one time I shopped at Hollister and a couple Hollister shirts. I think we went to like American Eagle or like all these places I don't shop at. And I had this whole new wardrobe. It lasted for like a month, and then I was super over it. So we got one cute thing, and it was a sweater vest, which isn't even. I like sweater vests. That's what I
used to
do
be
like.
obsessed with vests.
I love sweater vests, cardigans.
I love sweater vests. Mm-hmm. And it was the one thing I kept wearing. And she's like, "Why do you only wear that sweater vest?" And I'm like, "Because it's nice."
I can see you in a nice cardigan. I think you look nice in a
I
cardigan.
like cardigans, but I like sweater vests more.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I was a team manager of the track team senior year, and I was like picking out the stuff that we'd have as like our like gear that we'd have for the year. Mm-hmm. And one of them was a sweater vest with the school logo on it for the track team.
Oh my gosh, that's
Everyone bought it.
Amazing.
Everybody
Well,
bought it. It was a dark. Our school colors were like red and blue or something like that. Mm-hmm. So it was a dark blue one. It was really nice.
Honestly, I think everyone secretly loves sweater vests
They just hate on them so much.
because like
Well, nerds, because it reminds you
they're
of a
very
nerd.
dorky.
True story.
They are,
Yeah.
but they're adorable and they're fun and vests.
Catch me in a sweater vest this Christmas.
Cool people wore
I
them.
love
It was
ugly
great.
Christmas sweaters.
Oh, I hate ugly
I have this
Christmas
light up
sweaters.
Hanukkah one that says Happy Hanukkah, and it lights all the menorahs light up.
That's not a Christmas
I'm not.
sweater.
I know I'm not Jewish, but it's great. But I also have one. I have a Christmas suit. So I do have a Christmas suit, which is obnoxious too. I have a lot of obnoxious Christmas stuff. There's one of them. I gotta look it up. I'll come back with what it is next time. I'll wear it for Christmas.
I'm sure they would love to see it. We'll post it on Instagram as soon as we.
I have like 6 Christmas sweaters.
So
I buy a new one
many
every year.
photos.
Someone gets really mad when I buy them.
I actually decline invitations to people's ugly sweater Christmas party. I just don't like ugly sweaters. Like, I think all
I'm gonna
Christmas sweaters
casually
are
invite
great.
you to a Christmas party, but not leave out the ugly part for you. So when you show up, everyone's an ugly Christmas.
And I'll
sweater.
have a sweater in my car because I already know that. Watch it.
So
I'm not even gonna call it a Christmas party. I'll be like, "Hey, it's a Thanksgiving party, but it'll secretly be a Christmas."
and it'll be in February.
Yeah, it'll be near Valentine's Day.
So, Jeff Allen, would you rather work at Claire's or the puzzle shop?
The puzzle shop.
Depends on the discount. I'm just saying.
Because one seems like it would be a chaotic nightmare, and the other one seems like it would not.
I would be puzzled to see what the discounts would be for both of those places. Because if Claire's has a better discount, there's always people who could use Claire's things. Even if you just throw it at people.
Let's assume the discount's the same.
What's the discount?
25%.
25%?
Let's be real, it's probably like 15.
Honestly,
We'll meet
I
in
don't
the middle
really,
and go for 20.
I don't really
Okay.
like puzzles.
What?
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing.
So, guys, this has been the podcast. It is now officially done.
So,
We have a puzzle hater in the room.
okay, so during the pandemic, well, I mean, the pandemic is still going on, by the way.
During quarantine.
During quarantine, we tried to put together a puzzle, which actually, the puzzle I said I was going to give to you.
I'm getting a puzzle?
I think. Well, no, it's got
You're
like
gonna
5
get like
in it.
4 puzzles.
I'm getting
There's
puzzles?
5 in it.
You're
yeah.
getting every puzzle we own.
I'm getting puzzles?
Yeah, as long as you
We're getting puzzles.
as long as you can as long as you can do one of them, so that way we can have it because I
will
really
do all
want
of
it.
them. Oh, you
No,
want me
I
to
mean
do
I
it
want
like
you to do it for us.
here?
No, at your house.
Well, while we're doing
and then
the
you can put it in a
podcast.
frame and then give it to us, so we can put it in a black light.
Okay.
Anyways, we tried to
right
do
now
it.
while we're doing what were you
It
saying?
literally took us like I'd
Do you
say
see any corner pieces?
How many pieces is
what
it?
it was a lot.
It's like 1,000.
Over 1,000.
I have this one Star Wars puzzle at home that's the same puzzle on both sides. So it's apparently, I haven't done it yet. It's supposed to be super duper hard because the pieces are like
Reversible.
It's reversible, so it's like super hard to do.
Well,
We can do that one together.
it was like it took us like I'd say 3 weeks to do the border.
We sat down
so excited
and
right
tried
now.
to finish the puzzle because we were tired of it sitting out. We sat down, worked on it for 3 solid hours, and neither one of us were having any fun.
So you want me to glue it together?
We
were
had no fun.
stressed.
We were just like, this is
Yes.
not fun.
Yes, glue it together.
Please,
I'll
because
go
it would-
against every bone in my body and glue the puzzle
it would
together.
go great in the Fantasia room.
Okay, I'll do it.
But yeah, there's like a Mickey and Minnie one. Things
So I have
like
to do
that.
it in less than 3 weeks.
It's really great. Oh, I'm sure you would get it done because we just sat there, and at one point I just looked at it
we
and
were
went, "I
mad.
hate this." So we decided that Legos were more our thing.
We still haven't gotten any Legos, but if someone wants to get us Legos.
Or if Lego wants to be a sponsor, that'd be
If
great.
Lego
gosh.
was a sponsor,
Oh my god!
Sorry, it's not Legos.
I don't think
it's
you
Lego.
understand what would happen to my life.
Well, apparently
have
you
a lot more
need
Lego
to get
in
a
it.
bigger apartment or buy a
I
house.
already need a
or you would
bigger
have no
apartment.
place to put all those things.
I already don't have a place to put all the Legos. I had to not buy the new Diagon Alley Lego set right now because I have nowhere to put it
Well, also you're buying a house, so you really don't need to have that set
yet.
yet.
Oh, I did send you that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I still haven't bought it
And
yet.
that's the one. All I sent you back was house.
No, you sent that back when I said I wanted to buy
And
it.
then later you were
That's
like,
right.
"You can't tell me what to do." I said, "Fine, buy it. I don't care."
But I didn't.
You didn't. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of it. I still have the webpage open.
So I said, let me. I'd say Claire's.
Claire's.
Yeah.
Jeff.
I said puzzles right away.
Okay.
If it wasn't clear enough during this conversation,
You would
I picked
not be caught
puzzles.
at
Claire's has so many great things.
Could
you
you
can get your
imagine-
ear pierced there.
Could you imagine Jeff selling jewelry to 12-year-olds?
Okay, let's be honest. No one who works at Claire's is a salesperson. No one goes around while you're looking at things like, okay, so if it was like Bath and Body Works, someone goes, "Oh, have you seen, have you smelt this in?" No one at Claire's goes around going, "Hey, have you seen these plastic earrings? I'm sure they look
They do
great
point out the
on your
clearance rack."
pubescent ear."
because they want to get rid of the clearance, so they can put more clearance on.
So we can shove the next clearance over there. I think I'd probably work at the puzzle shop.
I don't think we asked.
I
you.
like the puzzle shop.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you're asking me the question.
I get to answer my own
what
questions.
would you?
Thank
the puzzle
you.
shop.
Would
Okay.
you rather answer the questions or would you rather ask the questions?
Puzzle shop. Puzzle shop.
Puzzle shop.
Puzzle
Claire's.
shop.
Claire's.
Puzzle shop.
Claire's. But to be fair, I would learn how to pierce an ear because that section where they pierce your ear looks highly unsafe. I would just have that gun, a little 12-year-old. Hey, you want your ear pierced? Bam! Be great. Little girl would pass out, or little boy, whatever you want to.
I think my
If you want
sister
earrings in your ear, I don't
got her
care.
ears pierced at Claire's. She was so excited too, and I think she was 12.
I think everyone is excited when they try to get their ears pierced at Claire's.
Fair.
True.
Jeff, did you have a would you rather?
Would you rather be able to stop time, or get $2 million?
Okay, that's fair. That's a good question.
So I think I would. I actually like both of those answers, but if I had to choose one, I would say that I'd like to stop time, so that way I could stop and I could be with my husband at all times.
Well, you can stop time.
Oh, I can stop time.
I would be
$2 million then.
But if you stop time, you can go get the $2 million.
So I could steal it.
How are they going to find you? You stop time. You're not going to show up on the camera.
But why would I only get $2 million?
I mean, but you can get more than $2 million.
I think
Babe, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to freeze time. I'm going to go steal from like 25 banks. And then I'm going to unfreeze time. And us and the kids, whenever we have them, we're going to have like the best life ever, have all the food, and we are not going to buy it from Claire's.
Where are you gonna put it while you're freezing time? Like if you put $2 million in the house, then you unfreeze time, he's gonna drown. Like all of a sudden he'll be standing there and all of a sudden.
I mean, these aren't gold coins though. That fit in like a briefcase.
I guess it would. Unless he does it in ones.
Why don't
We're just stealing Scrooge McDuck's.
Why can't I
He
just
has
get
ones.
$100 bills?
He has ones. Just take ones.
Just
Well, either way, you're gonna have to put it somewhere before you can just like, hey, go to the bank. Hey, I have $5 million here.
Can I put this?
Can I put this in the account?
No, you would just do it slowly over time.
No, you have to buy a business and you have to launder it.
To be fair, I would
Specifically
choose
a car wash.
I would choose the 2 million.
I would stop time.
What would you do if you could stop time though?
What wouldn't you do?
But you know, they didn't
You know how
say
much
that we
stuff
could
you-
restart time. They said we can only stop it. That was the question.
We're gonna assume we can also restart
You
it.
know what assuming does?
It lets you restart time.
So, would you rather have a mall pretzel or a mall slice of pizza?
Pretzel, because I'm lactose intolerant. But I'd still get cheese sauce with it. So, but the pretzel. I like pretzels more than pizza.
Pretzel. Because at the pretzel shop, they have the pretzel with pepperoni on it. So it'd be the best of both worlds.
There you go.
True, there was a correct answer.
Miley Cyrus, if
pretzel.
you would like to sponsor us, I will sing your best of both worlds song for you. Continue.
Yeah, no, I think I would also choose a pretzel. The cinnamon pretzel.
Oh, then
Those
we
are
can
so
half
good.
it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That'd be so great.
The pretzel place.
So
That's because
pretzels.
it used to be the only place where, at least for us, we could find Annie Ann's. I don't know what pretzel places you guys
Yeah.
have.
In mine, it was at the movie theater. That was the only place you could do it.
Excuse me? The movie theater had Annie Ann's?
Yeah, no, what it was the movie theater, and then they had the Annie Ann's pretzels in the little thingy, and they would put the pretzels on, but it was only pretzel.
Just
Like it
regular
wasn't the
pretzel.
bites or anything. It was just the pretzels, but they were Auntie Anne's brand.
Oh, they're so good.
Like they had Auntie Anne's brand, and they also had Otis Spunkmeyer.
We have a visitor on the podcast.
We
today.
have a visitor. I'm very sorry about that, guys, but that is our lovely dog Blueberry and Alto. They're kind of talking, so hopefully you don't hear it. I apologize in advance.
They're just excited.
They're just excited.
So, did you have another one?
Yeah. Would you rather never get dirt or debris in your eyeballs ever again, or never stub your toe ever again?
Never stub my toe.
Never
I
stub
can
my
clean
toe.
out my eye in a heartbeat.
I stubbed my toe at least 8 times today alone. No more stubbing toes. You?
Honestly, I feel like I get debris in my eye more often than I stub my toe.
Fair, fair.
Because I don't stub my toe that often. Yes, it hurts when you stub your toe. But, well, I guess if you stub your toe hard enough, you can break it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you get enough debris in your eye, you can lose an eyeball. You won't lose your toe.
It also didn't specify, like, only small debris.
Right. Like if a brick falls into your eye, that's debris.
That's debris.
It's debris.
There was this
A bullet's debris.
There was this one episode of Grey's Anatomy where the guy had a pencil
Oh, what?
in his
What?
eye.
I don't need to hear about it. What?
It was terrible. It was scary because he was on a school bus. I have one. I do have a would you rather.
Oh.
Would you rather go to a movie at a mall or would you rather go to a drive-in?
Ooh, that's a good question. I like both of them.
I think it depends on the movie. Because, like, for like an act.
Movies matching.
Hi. So,
Thanks.
so for like an action movie, like Endgame or Avengers or something like that, I'd probably want to be in the movie theater for the experience of the sounds around me.
Okay.
But like, if I'm watching like an older movie or like a comedy or something like that, I could probably just do that in the car.
We went and saw Jurassic Park at a movie theater at a drive-in one time.
E.T. and Jurassic Park.
E.T. and
was
Jurassic
great.
Park. It was so good.
Yeah, we saw Back to the Future.
Yeah, probably at the same movie at the drive-in, right? The Lakeland one, or were you at the Claremont one?
Claremont.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we did Back to the Future 1 and 2, and it's fun. It is, but I just feel like for like some of like the big blockbuster movies, like when they first come out, I'd probably prefer it for the movie theater experience. Just because too, you can do like can't get IMAX in a drive-in.
No.
No.
But you can get the IMAX stuff and like the 4D, 4XD.
But you
crazy
can
stuff.
relax at a drive-in.
But when I go
cheaper
to the,
food at a drive-in.
but when I go to the IMAX, I can get a reclining chair that's heated.
Yeah, but I can turn the AC on in my car.
The AC's already on in the movie theater.
So, would you rather...
And the bathroom's faster to get to.
Wait, what would you rather?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't decide. Yeah, you know, it would be situational, but if someone was like, same movie, either one, I think I would have to pick... I've always loved the movie theater. I've always loved the theater.
I loved going to like midnight movies back in the day when they weren't at 7
But
o'clock.
this would be like a close choice. Like if it were date night, like you and I had decided we're gonna make a whole evening out of this, I'd go to the drive-in. But if it was like, oh, there's this one movie we really want to watch, we'd go to the theater. So if I had to pick movie theater.
Yeah, I would pick movie theater. Like Jeff said, it does depend on the
Situation.
situation. When I was younger, not younger, I mean, I'd say in my 20s, I did have a friend who worked at the movie theater. Movie theaters in the mall are the best job because you get to see every single
I used to work
new
I
movie.
used to work at a movie theater.
Yeah, like she would be like, "Hey guys, so the movie's gonna be at this time. Go ahead and come up." And I was like, "Yes." And they would give all the popcorn that was left in the thing. Would all go to you. It was so nice.
Yeah, when I worked at the theater, I could watch every movie for free. I could bring my friends in. We would preview the movies before they came out.
Oh, nice.
If the company allowed. Like, I saw Avengers, the first Avengers movie, the day before everybody else did. The Dark Knight Rises, we watched that. It was the worst. It unlocked at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because they're digital. Now they're digital, they're not on the film.
Right.
So they come with a key. So the key unlocks at a certain time, and we have to play the movie beforehand. The key unlocks the file.
Right. No, I understand. That's just very high techy.
It's security.
Right.
So it doesn't get stolen. So we have to play the movie beforehand to make sure it works. So I was closing the night before, and my manager came up to me and he said, "Hey, you want to watch The Dark Knight Rises in the morning?" And I was like, "Oh, sure. When does it unlock?" He said 7 a.m. And I was like, oh, well, that's a little late. And he's like, "We could just watch Batman Begins and The Dark Knight right beforehand on the theater too, because they were doing the 3 movies. So we just watched all 3 in a row. We closed the theater, went to the store, got some energy drinks, got some food and stuff, and we just watched it."
Wow.
So yeah, I saw that ahead of time. I saw Breaking Dawn Part 2 ahead of time. I mean, we just watched random stuff. I saw Spider-Man ahead of time.
Which Spider-Man?
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh, with Garfield, right?
Yeah, it was 2. Yeah, I saw Amazing Spider-Man 2 ahead of time. Because I worked right in that time where a lot of movies we like nowadays still were just coming out. So, and it was cool. Like, you would be there. I worked the premiere for the Hunger Games. It was the worst. When the One Direction movie came out, I worked that day.
There's a movie?
Yeah. It's an experience, apparently. And it was the worst. I can't tell you how many... The girls were lining up out the door for it.
Oh my god.
It was the worst. But it was fun working at the movie theater because you got to see the movies for free and stuff. I kicked kids out who snuck into rated R movies. That was always the best because I'd always wait because I would sell the ticket to the parent. And they'd all walk in and then I'd watch the parent leave. Then I'd be like, "Oh, we got another one." So I'd get out. I'd leave the booth because someone else would come in. I'd go to security. We'd go into the theater. We'd see where the kids are. And we'd wait till the trailers ended. That way we knew the parents were at least halfway home before we called to kick the kids out.
Shut up.
And
That's
then we'd kick the kids
amazing.
out. And they would have to go. The parents would have to come back. And they come storming back in all pissed off. And I'm like...
Yeah, they have to be
You
supervised.
broke the rule. And then there was this one time where these teens were on a date. It was double date, right? The girls were 17, but I guess the dudes were still 16, so they couldn't get into the movie. So they bought 2 tickets for the rated R one, and then 2 tickets for whatever the stupidest movie that was out. They bought it because they were both at the same time, right? So I watched. The girls went into the theater. The boys went into their theater. Then the boys came out of their theater and went into the other theater. So I was like, well, okay. So we went in, told the boys to get out, and put them back in the theater, and they tried it again. And they just kept trying to get it, and eventually we were just like, "Nope, you gotta leave." We were like, "You either go watch whatever the Oogie Loves movie or whatever you picked, or get out." And they did not get to go on their date. But the girls stayed and watched their movie.
Oh, I would.
But I'm assuming the girls drove, so I don't know what... The dudes just sat in the lobby the whole time. And they looked pissed. And I was like, not today.
I came from I guess my county was more strict. It was like the town from
Footloose?
Footloose. Yeah, basically.
No fun allowed.
So you had to show ID to get the ticket.
Yeah.
Then you had to show ID to go in, like to rip your ticket. And then you had to show ID before you could go into the movie theater. It was like a stop program.
Sometimes we did that. So it depended on what the movie was, at least for us. Depending on how popular it was and like how like usually on the opening days for the rated R stuff, we do that. Like we check your ID when you buy the ticket, but then they'll check the ticket ripper. If I wasn't the ticket ripper that day, and we had another one, because sometimes it would either be usually. If you go during the week, they don't have the second person. It's usually just whoever sells you the ticket would buy. This is before they came out with these new tickets. But back in the day when they were still the nice, not little paper tickets, not little paper tickets, where they just rip them in half right away, and they're like, "Oh, just go in." And you don't even know what theater you're in anymore because they ripped it off. If I did it, I would check ID, and then they'd probably check ID at the door. But then on like the weekends where you had like the ticket ripper and the person selling it, you had to get like 3 different security checkpoints in order to get into these damn movies.
I did not see a rated R movie until I was 23.
I don't remember what my first rated
So at that
R
point,
was.
it didn't even matter. They're like, "You look old. Go ahead."
I think. Man, I can't remember. I know I've seen one, but I can't remember it for the life of
I
me.
can't remember what my first one was. Yeah, I really can't remember what it is. But let's go with our favorite movies, guys.
Favorite movies?
Yeah, Alan, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is Peter Pan. I know that's silly.
Silly?
That's one of my favorite movies.
You're allowed to like whatever you want.
And then my second favorite movie is Finding Neverland, which is about Peter Pan.
Only asked what your favorite one was. Did not ask for any past that.
By just giving extra information.
That was too
You just
far.
you just wanted to reinforce that Peter Pan's
Just
your
one of my
favorite.
favorite. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ones.
It's a compound answer.
Yeah. Because you can't have one without the other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We saw the show on Broadway
Did you?
when the guy from Glee was in it. What's his name?
Matthew Morrison.
Yeah, that guy.
I really like the music from it. The movie is much better than the clips I've seen on Broadway. Johnny Depp played J.M. Barrie, yes. And Kate Winslet played the mother of the boys. And it was... I cry every time. I walked in on him crying.
Is it like ugly cry or is it just cry?
Oh, mine was ugly cry because, of course, I've lost my mom at this point, and I'm like bawling. My tears are it's just crocodile tears. And it was bad. I get real ugly.
I always thought crocodile tears were fake tears.
I always thought crocodile tears were just big tears.
They can be whatever he wants right now. This is
it
his
was.
moment.
In my moment. I actually walked in on him crying during that movie.
I was crying. I was so sad.
We had first started dating. I walk in his bedroom and he's like sitting on the bed with his laptop and he's looking down and he's just like and I cry the drop of a hat, but he doesn't cry all that often.
I tear up all the time.
He tears up, but I cry. Like the other day watching Grey's Anatomy, I was in tears. It was terrible. But yeah, my favorite movie is Peter Pan. The Disney version. Yeah. Not the Kathy Rigby version. But the Kathy Rigby version is not a bad version, though. Larry, what's your favorite movie?
As Alan dissects every Peter Pan movie that's ever been made.
Well, Hook was great, too.
Hook was great.
What was that other Peter Pan movie that came out with? That like wasn't a Peter Pan movie, but it was about Hook. It was like Hook becoming.
It wasn't about Hook. It was about
him becoming
a
Hook.
different one. It was about a
called
different
Pan.
pirate. It was called Pan.
Pan.
It was
there we
about
go.
Blackbeard, and then there was a Hook, and it was like, eventually these two are gonna become great enemies.
But they were friends first.
Yeah.
And
they played Nirvana.
Wolverine was the other pirate.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is weird.
There were
was
parts of
weird.
it that were really cool, and then
Was
the
it
other
supposed to be
parts
I feel like it was supposed to be a series.
they wanted it to be, but I think it just tanked.
The music was the best part of the whole thing. It had a great soundtrack. But yeah, it was weird. We watched it and we went, I'm good.
It was the Nirvana bit that did me in. When they're like, wait a minute, I know the lyrics to this song. Why are... This is grunge this is
Yeah.
grunge rock. Why are they singing grunge rock in Neverland? That was great. My favorite movie, if I always say it's the original Fantasia. Just because it was really, for the time, it was really avant-garde. Like, it was just, it didn't really catch on at first because everyone's like, what's this? But, like, it's just this beautiful scenes done to music, and it had dinosaurs and Mickey Mouse's Sorcerer Mickey.
And
I
dancing
love it.
hippos.
Yes, and Chernabog. Oh, he's my favorite Disney villain. Chernabog's amazing. But no, Fantasia for sure. If I had to choose like favorite movie series though, it would be the original Indiana Jones trilogy.
And his close second is all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series.
Yeah. Yes.
He has a shirt that has all of their meal times.
Breakfast.
Second
breakfast. 11 C's. Luncheon.
One year we're gonna
Afternoon
do
tea.
that. It'll be fun.
One of these years. I'm still waiting.
We were in quarantine. It's not like I could do much.
Every day was Hobbit food.
Every day was Hobbit food. Are you hungry? We just woke up.
I'll take
Yeah, I'm a little hungry.
We just had breakfast. What do we want to do for the next meal?
Anyways, Jeff, what is your favorite movie?
It's not a Disney movie.
That's
Am I
fine. It
allowed-
doesn't
am I
have to
Well,
be.
you're okay. He's not. So am I allowed to still be
Go
Finding
here?
Neverland was not a Disney movie.
I didn't say it was Finding Neverland. Oh, you did. Well, that was your second movie.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But your
you can
first
say
movie was
whatever.
still a Disney movie.
Yes, because I grew up as a child on Disney movies.
It's okay, Jeff.
So
You
did
can
I.
say what
It
your
was the
favorite
first
movie is.
movie my mom let me see, and it's got a redhead in it. And I was an only child, so that it helped me grow into a spoiled brat that I am now. Well, what's your favorite movie, Jeff? That's not a Disney movie.
Do you think you know what it is?
Jurassic Park.
No.
No, then that's all I got.
Do you have a guess?
Sonic the
I
Hedgehog.
really don't.
The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Really?
I saw that film once, and I feel like I need to rewatch it because I wasn't paying attention as a kid. I just remember when it got really trippy at the end.
That was the
was it.
Jumanji spinoff, right?
It's a book.
It's essentially it's
That didn't answer my
How is
question.
it? There's no board game in it. The Earth
There
gets
is
to-
one that's in space. That's the
Yeah,
there is one that is, but this
Zathora,
okay. I got you.
which
yeah.
does not sound like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in any way. And that one has what's his name, the guy from the Hunger Games in it.
Calm down, Jeff.
Josh
Calm down.
Hutcherson? Is that his name?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
it has Colin Firth in it though, doesn't it?
I've only seen it once.
No, Hitchhikers.
No, yeah.
Who does it have?
It has
He's a British guy.
the guy who plays Arthur Dent.
So you see, it's Colin Firth.
No, it's
Here, I'll look it up. Continue talking.
But why is it your favorite film?
Yes.
because I love the book, and in 8th grade when it came out, I literally watched it every single day. And Martin Freeman.
Oh, okay.
I can probably, if you play that movie, I can't do it by itself, but if you play the movie, I can tell you every single line as it's coming.
That's me in A Bug's Life because we had to watch it every night when my sisters would fall asleep because they wouldn't fall asleep unless Bug's Life was playing.
Oh, I wish my deep thought was Helen Mirren.
Deep Thought was,
Helen Mirren. That's why I said it.
I was thinking of Marvin.
Marvin is Alan Rickman.
Yes.
Wow, there's a lot of really good people that were in Harry Potter in this.
It's when you're in Harry Potter, you just come on over.
It's either Harry Potter or Doctor Who.
Well, that's like Martin Freeman. He was like, yeah, every other famous British actor is either in Doctor Who or Harry Potter, and I just feel like a kid in a Dickens film just staring in through the window.
Who could Martin Freeman have played in one of the Harry Potter books?
He could have played Gilroy.
He could have been.
played
No,
a short
the
Lockhart.
one who played Kilroy Lockhart was perfect.
Oh, absolutely. But he could have also played Slughorn.
He could be.
Yeah?
I can see him as Slughorn.
Yeah,
I can see him as
like
Slughorn.
a younger Slughorn, but still he could have played Slughorn.
What? Could he have played Arthur Weasley if he had red hair?
I think so.
I can see him as Arthur.
I think he could have played a lot of characters.
Exactly.
He could have played the minister.
He should-
He could have
just-
played the minister.
He should do. He could. Which one?
The first one. That denied everything.
He was terrible in general.
Yeah.
I didn't like the first minister.
Yeah, but he could have played him.
Not
pretty
as
well.
his character,
Fudge?
but like in
You're,
general.
you're talking about Fudge, right?
Yes.
I didn't like Fudge at all. The person who played him, I did not like them. I think they could have done a much better job. I don't know with who,
He
but someone.
could have probably been Lupin, but they picked the right person for Lupin.
Yeah.
But he could have been. I can see him as Lupin.
What do you think about Tonks? Do you think they picked the right person for Tonks? The two of them together just never. I never liked it. They never looked good together.
The problem is they didn't really play on that relationship at all.
That was kind of
At
what
all.
I felt. I
At
didn't.
all. They just skipped it. And the if we're talking about movies, my big problem with the Harry Potter movies is they made them before the books were done. That's my biggest gripe with them, because they cut so many things out of the books, out of the movies, that were minor things in the book that it was in, but played a huge role in the 7th ones. And that's why if you watch part one doesn't really make sense. It doesn't make sense why they're running around. It doesn't make sense why he's staring at the mirror, because they cut that out of the movies. Out of the 5th book, they cut it out about why he has the mirror all of a sudden, because he gets it from Sirius and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't. I think he gets it from Sirius, but he doesn't break it or something like that. I don't remember what happens, but no, Sirius gives him something else to talk. I don't remember. But they just cut out all these important parts of the books that for the movies that didn't seem important at the time. But then all of a sudden, like, pretty much everything's important in Harry Potter. If you reread the books and you get to the 7th book, everything has a part in it. And it just doesn't... The movies don't... Their movies are their own thing. I get it. And they get a little... Like, the first 2 are my favorite ones because they follow the books, like...
and they
pretty
had a great
close.
Dumbledore.
Yes. Precisely. Like, Well, the problem with the new Dumbledore is he never read the books before he played Dumbledore. That's why he was so aggressive. But...
I don't know. I thought he was pretty calm.
Did you see Goblet of Fire where he almost strangled Harry? I know
That
you
was-
said, you said
okay.
it, sorry.
I was
I
just-
thought you were just talking about the big wad of spit on his lip when he was like, "Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire?"
Fucking snaps his neck when he slams him against the wall.
Jeez.
Like,
He said
God. No, I mean, like, I like the movies for what they are. They really should have waited, because there were just some, like, I understand cutting out, like, the house elf freedom thing that Hermione went on for like 6 books about, but like, I get cutting out like that random kind of stuff that was like fluff in the books and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But you cut out, like, they cut out certain characters that just didn't make sense and made other characters be like that.
Right.
Like, even the last one where they made Bill randomly shows up because he's part of one of the group that transforms into Harry when they're all escaping. They never talked about... It's Bill or Charlie, I forget which one it is.
Charlie.
No, they talk about Charlie because Charlie's the one that plays with dragons.
Yes.
So it's Bill, because Bill works at the Ministry. They never speak of Bill. Percy disappears until the last book. He's at the Battle of Hogwarts, which is when he does come back. But they don't talk about how he's like disowned from the family or anything.
Yeah,
like
because
that.
he's on the minister's side. And all
Yeah,
that
there's
stuff.
like huge, because I just reread the books during quarantine, or listened to them on audiobook during quarantine, and then we rewatched the movies. And there's just so many things, like, the 6th movie is rated PG. It's the darkest book. It should have been,
absolutely.
at minimum, PG-13. And, like, the 3rd book is my favorite, but I fucking hate that movie. Because all it does is focuses on the artwork at Hogwarts, and this, and that, and the Whomping Willows, and every other fucking scene. It just makes me so mad. And they just, like, and it's the one book that's not about Voldemort. So you can do a lot with it. And there's a lot of character development in that one. And the movie fucking sucks. It's a terrible movie.
Fun fact: the guy
care
who
if it's your
plays
favorite.
Percy.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm
The
guy that plays
fourth one's your
Percy
favorite, right? You're a
is
Goblet
doing-
of Fire kid. Isn't it Goblet of Fire?
no. I like Azkaban because I like
Movie.
movie.
I thought it was
Yes.
Goblet of Fire.
No, that's not my favorite movie.
Is it the 3rd one?
No, the book is my favorite 3rd one.
Okay.
No, I like Order of the Phoenix because I like
Oh, it was Order. That's what it was.
even though I hate
I was one off.
even though I hate Harry in that movie
Everyone does.
and in the book. He's just a whiny little bitch. But anyways, speaking of the guy that plays Percy, they're doing a really cool thing in London where it's called Cinderella Live, and they're gonna have kids 11 to 16 audition for different parts in the show and stuff like that, and they're gonna do it all from their homes. They're gonna pre-record their parts from their home, and he's actually going to play the fairy godfather in this production that they're going to do of Cinderella. and it's all going to be digital and everything. It's supposed
Well,
to be
that
really
sounds
really
like
cool.
fun.
Yeah, but he was like had no part in the movies. But so since we're talking about movies, what's your least favorite movie you've ever seen?
Oh, that's a good one. If I had to, Hostel. That film, it's the horror film where they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna go like backpacking through this country, and then they get kidnapped, and they're like they get tortured, and then like it turns into an action film, and it was just like, what got me was I didn't care about anyone. Like, you gotta make me care, or I don't care if they're gonna die.
Right.
And then, like, when it no longer is a horror film and it's just like, oh man, the main character's just an action hero who can't die. Like, maybe I watched a different film, but it just wasn't. Everyone was like, yeah, it's so scary. You're gonna be, like, so terrified. And I'm like, ooh, okay.
Takes a lot to get you scared, though.
I scare myself a lot more than a lot of films scare me. Like, I'll be in my head the whole time and I'm like, oh, that was it? Like, we're slowly watching more horror films, but yeah, I scare myself more often.
I'd say my least favorite movie I've ever seen. People are gonna hate me on this. I already know. Talladega Nights. Hate that movie.
You don't want to shake and bake?
I hate that movie. It is so stupid.
Never seen it.
I have. Oh, we
Shake and
own
bake.
it because someone gave it to me.
You.
I don't like most of the movies Will Ferrell does. Except Elf is one of my favorite movies.
I hate Elf.
Love Elf because I love Christmas so much. But yeah, no, Talladega Nights was just stupid and it was, I just didn't like it. But Jeff, what's your least favorite movie?
Least favorite movie?
All of the Harry Potter series,
No,
apparently?
I like the Harry Potter movies. I just have a lot of problems with them. Because I'm a book first.
It's like the
for them at
MCU.
least.
They pull from different places.
Yeah. I mean, I get really annoyed at, like, book to movie, like, movies that are based off books, when they change everything about it, but still use the title. Like, the Artemis Fowl movie that just came out, it is not the book at all.
We have not seen
We have
it.
not seen
Don't.
it yet because
if
of
you
what
like
you
the
said.
book, do not watch
Yeah,
it.
but I read the book when I was in 7th grade.
Doesn't matter. It is nothing. It has the name. That's it. I don't know how I got through it. I wanted to turn it off the whole time, but I was like, no, maybe it'll get there. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. But, like, also, like, the Ready Player One, like, I love, it's like my favorite book, Ready Player One. But the movie, like, it took from the same ideas, but it changed it. And I get it. There's probably too many properties in it that they would have to get licensed for in order to make it. But they still didn't have to change anything about it. But I hate the Last Airbender movie.
We haven't seen it yet.
I refuse to watch it because, like, the one scene someone showed me, they're like, this is a pretty big fight scene showing a lot of the elements. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And they're walking in slow motion. And they're, like, throwing a rock, and they have to pull fire from the stupid torch instead of just combusting it. Like, it was just I will not watch that
It
film.
takes season 1, and then it goes into season 2 somehow. And then, I'm sorry, they whitewashed it. They straight up whitewashed the movie. And
Like, no one in
and
that
The Legend
entire...
of Korra, they did the same thing with that.
it's not a movie.
No, but, like...
I mean,
with-
the whole series of Legend of Korra, they whitewashed a lot.
a lot of the
We're
features... and-
specifically talking about The Last Airbender, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd bring up a related topic.
Well, Netflix is making it into a show.
And the original creators backed out because Netflix was going a different direction that they didn't
great.
want to go in, which sucks because
Great. Because I was
Can't
really
we have-
hoping we'd get it right this time. Oh, I also really hate the Percy Jackson movies, only because they fucking suck. I don't care that the books are really good, because I love the books.
Oh, the books are wonderful.
This is not one of my movie to book. I can go about that all day. No, those movies fucking suck.
They had Uma Thurman.
Aragon,
play
the movie,
Medusa.
fucking
Oh,
sucks.
terrible.
That's
Terrible.
I will go on for days about these. That suck. But The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is a good book to movie. Movie to book.
I haven't seen it in forever.
Or
I think
book
we
to
should
movie.
watch it again. That would be fun.
It's
we
so
should.
good.
We should.
It's so good. It's so good. But, all right, guys. I think that was a great time with all of you, right?
Fun. I giggled a bit.
You get just a
I
bit.
think giggle
Yeah.
just a
We
little
giggle.
bit.
We
can
giggle.
giggle every
We
once in a
giggled a
while.
lot. Well,
We're
anyway,
also very
guys.
gay.
So,
So check and check.
in closing, guys, thanks so much for listening and hanging out with us again this week. You guys can always email us at gigglesandgays@gmail.com. Just send us any questions, suggestions, things you want to see on the show.
Be nice.
You can...
Be nice. I can't take it, guys.
Okay, if you're going to be mean, in the title say, Alan, don't read this.
Jeff's personal email is...
Don't send it to my personal one. We'll make a mean Giggles and Gay one, and Alan won't have access to that
We'll call it Shade. Giggles and Gays.
You can tweet us at...
Giggles and Gays on Twitter.
And you can hit us up on Instagram.
We are also at Giggles and Gays on Instagram as well.
And for Facebook, it's the same thing. It's the Giggles and Gays Facebook page. But hey, whatever. You guys can listen to the podcast wherever you can find it on the Google Play Music Store. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you're listening it to somewhere that we probably would never think of, let us know. We'd like to know where the podcast is.
That'd be a great idea.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
It's good to know where it is. You can follow Larry on his Instagrams.
Yeah, I have two Instagrams. I have my personal one, ARXRYL, Arxrel. And my art one is Inked by Arxrel. I'm trying to post there more, but life has been busy. All I have time to do is talk to you people.
Don't follow me on my Instagram because I don't post anything.
My Instagram, which I try and post a lot, is ginger_prince_charming. And also, everybody, please don't forget to go ahead and make sure you're registered to vote in whatever state you're going to make sure you do get out there to vote. The U.S. mail is making it easy for everyone to make sure they vote, or you could just go ahead and mask up and wear a mask and go to the to your polling place. So please, guys, make sure you get out there and vote. It is your civic duty, and I think everyone should do it. And also, friends, this has been Giggles and Gays, and this is Alan.
This is Larry.
And I'm Jeff, and you guys never stop giggling.